Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
PD Beats here from Popternative, speaking to Chris Elliott about Maggie premiering on Hulu July 6th. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for doing this. I appreciate it. How are you?
I am great. It's an honor and privilege to be speaking with you. This is a great show.
With me?
Obviously, yeah, it is.
Okay, Peter. There's something wrong with your internet. I don't know who you think you're talking to.
You've been in a lot of some of my favorite movies and TV shows. I'm just saying. But anyway,
well, that's nice to hear.
This is a great show. There's obviously the psychic component. There's the love triangles, the relationships. Do all of them kind of stand out when you're reading the script, or is it obviously just kind of the psychic component that stands out the most?
The humor stood out to me when I first read the script, and the relationships and the characters stood out to me. The psychic part of it is part of the plot to me, which is great. It's a great device for the show, but it was really the characters, and for me, when I read the pilot script, obviously my character that popped out as something that would be fun to do.
Comedy's always been complex. Comedy always, and 30-minute like TV shows, there's always twists and turns in every episodes. This one, it comes a little bit differently because she is a psychic and like she sees something that just changes everything. Was that a little bit refreshing compared to other projects you've done where like the twists and turns are kind of unique in a sense? Yeah,
it's funny that you brought that up because to me, it sort of was like Groundhog Day in a way, because you kind of know what's going to happen in that, or a variation of what's going to happen in that movie from scene to scene. And that element in Maggie, I think really makes it, kind of compelling to watch too. It's like, well, okay, she saw this, but is that exactly the way it's going to end up?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is that one of your favorite things, though, about comedy, like the complex and kind of you never know what's going to happen thing? Is that one thing that stands out?
And honestly, not to get too over the top here, but that's my feeling about life. You don't know what's going to happen, and about this business specifically, show business. And I always told my daughters when they wanted to go into it that it's a great business because you don't know what's going to happen next. And it's not like, oh, I have to do this and then I do that and then I do that and that. You try to do that, but ultimately things come from, left field and you have to field them. So, and that's what I like about the business.
Absolutely. People are going to be able to see it July 6th on Hulu, Maggie. It's an amazing time for Hulu right now. The projects are incredible. What's it like to be part of Hulu right now where there's so many amazing TV shows and movies coming out on Hulu?
It's really exciting for me because I'm of an older generation at this point. I'm 62 now, and to actually be involved with something that's so popular and so it's not just youth oriented, the Hulu, but you have to know how to use your computer.
Yeah. Absolutely. Before we wrap up quickly, when they get to watch Maggie July 6th on Hulu, Chris, what are you hoping they get out of it takeaway wise, besides enjoying it? Because that's the point, obviously, but anything else?
I think I hope people relax a little in life.
Yeah.
I hope the show actually works as a kind of a relaxing thing other than a Valium.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Well,
and by that I mean things are so tense in the world. This show is kind of a throwback to earlier television where it was an escape to a more serene world.
Yeah. But there's always going to be, there's like serious undertones a little bit with Maggie and the relationships and the life and everything. That's always been there in sitcoms, right? Like, I feel like we're like social media is allowing us to see conversations about it more, but that's never been like a new thing, like the serious undertones of comedy.
Yeah, I think that some are more subtle than others and some are more obvious than others. But yeah, I think you're right. I think that sort of thing is always there. I think any writer writing a comedy wants that to be there. They don't want to think they're just writing jokes. And that's certainly not the case with this show.
Oh, absolutely. Chris, thank you so much for your time. Maggie's premiering on Hulu July 6th. It was really great chatting with you. Thank you so much for your time.
With you. I think you still think you're talking to the wrong person, but okay.
Snowplow guy, snow day. Shout out.
Oh my God. Thanks, Peter.
Thank you so much, Chris. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.